Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video. 29-year-old twins Brandy and Candy each weighed around 600 pounds when they started their weight loss journey. Their obesity stemmed from an abusive childhood during which they were molested by a friend of their father's, a drug dealer. In addition to that, their mother was an alcoholic and food became the twins' comfort. With the help of Dr. Now, Brandy and Candy eventually lost two combined 500 pounds and counting and turned their lives around. Today, both twins look healthier and happier than ever, and while Candy appeared to be single, Brandy got married and had a healthy baby girl in June last year. It's not easy to change your life, but some people seem to be unwilling to even try, regardless of their potentially life-threatening situation. One of these people was Penny Sager, who lost only 35 pounds during her episode on the show, which aired in early 2014. Although she did get gastric bypass surgery, Penny didn't start losing more weight, but instead gained 5 pounds and eventually decided to leave Houston, quitting the program against Dr. Now's medical advice. The bariatric surgeon called her situation unfortunate and noted that Penny didn't seem to want to change, so she went back home to Maryland where she can be in control of her food. In her follow-up episode, he also didn't hold back or mince words, saying that her addiction will eventually kill her. Since Penny isn't very active on social media, fans of the show believe that her weight loss journey is not going very well, despite reports that she managed to lose more than 200 pounds after filming Wrapped. However, Penny's husband shared a couple of photos of his wife in 2018, and despite looking happier than she did while on the show, her weight appears unchanged and she was still wearing a nasal aspirator. While most people on the show are really looking for help, others seem unaware of how life-threatening their situation is and are simply looking for attention because they love when things revolve around them. James K was definitely the latter. In order to take care of him, his daughter had quit school and his father had to refinance his house to pay for his son's transport to Dr. Now. Yet James kept manipulating his delusional girlfriend Lisa into giving him more food. When his episode aired in 2017, James was the heaviest patient in my 600-pound life history, and he was also one of the most delusional patients to ever appear on the show. At 791 pounds and with this series of medical issues due to his size, it was only a matter of time until James's body would shut down. He was bedridden and unable to stand for the majority of his time on the show, but instead of taking responsibility, James would constantly whine about the pain and just expected Dr. Now to fix him. During his stay at the hospital, James actually gained 60 pounds in a week, with Lisa sneaking in high-calorie food for him. Appearing to be unwilling to change his lifestyle, Dr. Now eventually lost it because neither James nor his mom or his girlfriend got how bad the situation was. So the weight loss surgeon ultimately decided to deny him weight loss surgery. A lot of people who appear on the show suffered a tragic childhood trauma, which is the reason why they try to cope with their feelings by overeating. Season 7's Mercedes Cephas was one of those people. Having been raped by her father repeatedly starting when she was just 11 years old, when she appeared on the show, she first weighed at an unbelievable 773 pounds, saying she was finally ready to change her life and start losing weight. Cephas was so big that she had to rely on her young children to take care of her as she was unable to move around and struggling with a painful case of severe lymphedema. Although she stated that she wanted to lose weight in order to be able to live a normal life, she didn't manage to meet Dr. Now's goals during the episode. By the end of the year, she had managed to qualify for surgery as she had only lost 80 pounds. Constantly lying, whining, making excuses for the lack of progress, she eventually left Houston and, according to her social media, lives in Cincinnati, Ohio now. Earlier this year, she started a GoFundMe page in order to raise money for weight loss surgery, but only managed to raise $175 of her $10,000 goal. So it looks like she hasn't really made any progress. In Season 7 of the show, we met 38-year-old Holly, who weighed over 600 pounds. She had been overweight since she could remember and had been struggling with depression since her teen years after being raped at the age of 16. At 30 years old, Holly weighed around 600 pounds and decided to get her stomach stapled to turn her life around. Although she managed to get down to 398 pounds within the next 2 years, she then started eating more again, busted the staples, and got back to 500 pounds within a year. Now nearly 40 years old, Holly weighed 658 pounds and had to start her weight loss journey all over again. Fortunately, she also went to see a therapist to deal with her emotional issues this time, so that the chances of being successful in the long run were a lot higher this time around. By the end of Holly's first My 600 Pound Life episode, she had lost 240 pounds, or 36.4% of her peak weight. Season 6 Janine Mueller, who is certainly one of the more challenging patients Dr. Now has had to deal with over the years. At the beginning of the episode, the 53-year-old weighed a whopping 678 pounds and was eating junk food pretty much all day every day. She would constantly argue with Dr. Now and lied to him about her eating habits and exercise, despite only losing a pound per week instead of a pound per day as he had told her to. One of the most memorable moments to the episode was probably when Janine took her motorized scooter to go to a drive-thru to order a 20-piece chicken nugget meal, not being able to withstand temptation despite feeling like being part of a freak show. Fortunately, she ultimately did manage to lose weight, being around 120 pounds lighter by the end of her first episode. That's all we have for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.